get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
New York.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a give right side. Knowles, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. That's complete to Lazard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Washington 0. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Brissett. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
23-yard line.
19, set. 19, set. Hey,
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Looking downfield for Godwin. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Washington.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Giants 7, Washington 6.
Set to throw on 1st.
Got a man, it's Gibson complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be second and goal.
At the Giants' 4-yard line.
19. Okay. 19. Okay. 55. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Here's Brissett. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Hey, kill. Watch the slip. 51, Mike.
To throw, Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Brissett on first down. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16, Giants 7.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Brings up second.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Defense, let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Brissett sets to throw it.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Washington's 23. Giants 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Time, baby.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
15. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. That is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brissett now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, here's Brissett, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
26.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Jones. He'll get this to Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down, New York.
Jones now throwing on first down. Flush to his right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. His throw incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the tackle.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Gibson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Antonio Gibson.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Washington.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
To throw is Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. Mike 51. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 38. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Brissett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get ready.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Mostert. Open space inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, his 6th touchdown of the season to stretch their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Good. Makes this Washington 33. Giants 18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Jones
and he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the
There's Jones on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Washington, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.